and I realized he was probably unused to such cavalier address. "I am not a bastard," he replied archly. "Spooky, I will grant you, and while I am well," a corner of his mouth quirked upward a fraction, "I confess not so jocund as yourself." "Jocund?" I raised my brows. Leaf had asked me in the past to call him on behaviors that broadcast how much older he was than he looked. Apparently he didn't want to be corrected right then. He exhaled noisily to express his exasperation. I thought it amusing that he employed that, since he had no need to breathe. "Fine," he said. "Not so jovial, then." "No one uses those words anymore, Leaf, except for old farts like us." I leaned my bike against the porch rails and mounted the 3 steps to take a seat next to him. "You really should spend some decent time learning how to blend in. Make it a project. Popular culture is mutating at a much faster rate these days. It's not like the Middle Ages, when you had the church and the aristocracy keeping everything nice and stagnant." "Very well. Since you are the verbal acrobat who walks the tightrope of the zeitgeist, educate me. How should I have responded?" "First, get rid of well. Nobody uses that anymore either. Now they always say, 'I'm good.'" Leaf frowned. "But that is grammatically improper." "These people don't care about proper. You can tell them they're trying to use an adjective as an adverb, and they'll just stare at you like you're a toad." "Their educational system has suffered serious setbacks, I see." "Tell me about it. So what you should have said was, 'I'm not stoked like you, Atticus, but I'm chill.'" "I'm chill? That means I am well, or good, as you say?" "Correct." "But that's nonsense," Leaf protested. "It's modern vernacular." I shrugged. "Date yourself if you want, but if you keep using 19th century diction, people will start to think you're a spooky bastard." "They already think that." "You mean because you only come out at night and you suck their blood?" I said in a tiny, innocent voice. "Precisely," Leaf said, unaffected by my teasing. "No, Leaf." I shook my head in all seriousness. "They don't figure that out until much later, if they ever figure it out at all. These people think you're spooky because of the way you talk and the way you behave. They can tell you don't belong. Believe me, it's not that you have skin like 2% milk. Lots of people are scared of skin cancer out here in the Valley of the Sun. It's once you start talking that people get creeped out. They know you're old then." "But I am old, Atticus." "And I've got at least 1,000 years on you, or have you forgotten?" He sighed, the weary ancient vampire who had no need for respiration. "No, I have not forgotten." "Fine. Don't complain to me about being old. I hang out with these college kids, and they have no clue that I'm not one of them. They think my money comes from an inheritance or a trust fund, and they want to have a drink with me." "I find the college children delightful. I would like to have a drink with them, too." "No, Leaf. You want to drink of them, and they can sense that subconsciously because you radiate this predatory aura." His affectation of a henpecked husband sloughed away, and he looked at me sharply. "You told me they can't sense my aura as you do." "No, they can't consciously sense it, but they pick up on your otherness, mostly because you don't respond like you should, or act like a man of your cosmetic age." "How old do I look?" I appraised him, looking for wrinkles. "You look like you're in your late 30s. "I look that old? I was turned in my late 20s. "Times were tougher back then." I shrugged again. "I suppose. I have come to talk to you about those times, if you are free for the span of an hour or so." "Right," I replied, rolling my eyes. "Just let me go get my hourglass and my freaking smoking jacket. Listen to yourself, Leaf. Do you want to blend in or not? The span of an hour? Who says shit like that anymore?" "What's wrong with that?" "No one is so formal. You could just say, 'if you're free,' and end it there. Though it would have been better to say, 'if you ain't doing nothing.'" But I enjoyed the anapestic meter of "for the span."